Good afternoon, teams. Are you ready for alliance selection? Yeah, we are all ready for this. So these teams have worked hard to get to this point. They went through their qualification matches, and it was an awesome 2 days. I mean, I have seen the highest scores that I have seen all season long in just the last 2 days. And I've been to a lot of FTC matches. So I want to congratulate all of the teams that are here for their incredible performance to get to this point. But now we're here. Now we are here. All the qualification matches being done, we have 4 teams that will now become alliance captains, and be able to choose their partners. So overall, the alliance selection is going to be exactly the criteria that is used in First Tech Challenge throughout the entire season, with one exception. It's going to serpentine. In other words, Alliance 1 will pick first, 2, 2, 3, 3, and then 4, and then Alliance number 4, the captain number 4, gets to choose, and then we come back 3, 2, and 1. That's the only exception to what you are already affiliate with and associate with FTC Alliance selection. So in just a quick review, Alliance captains can still pick among themselves. So if Alliance number 1 should choose Alliance number 3 to be their partner, that Alliance captain number 3 can accept that and become part of Alliance number 1, or they can decline and they maintain their captaincy, if that's even a word. So they maintain the fact that they are a captain of Alliance number 3. If a team or a captain should pick a team that is outside of the top 4 ranked teams, say a 24th ranked team, and they decline, then they are no longer eligible to be selected by another team to join their alliance. So that's still the same rule that we have had throughout FTC. So with that, we're going to call down the alliance captains. And first of all, we are going to line you up, Alliance 1, 2, 3, and 4. So when you come on down, we're going to call down our captain for number 4 ranked team, team 7172. Congratulations. And our stay there, please. There you go. And our number 3 ranked team is team 16379, Cookie Bots. Congratulations. Stand here, please. And then number 2 ranked team is 19068 Absoltech. Congratulations. Okay, stand here, please. And then our number 1 ranked team is team 12835 Pixieland. Please stand here. Congratulations. Good job this week. Okay, so you get to choose your first alliance partner. Who would you like to choose?
Team 12835 Pixelated would like to graciously invite Team 7172 Technical Difficulties.
Team 7172 graciously accepts and is excited to play.
7172.
Okay, so now we shift on over. Let's see, now, we need to fill this number 4 spot. So we're going to go to the number 5 ranked team, that is team 6165. MSET Cuttlefish. Come on down, Cuttlefish. Congratulations. Now we're going to move to our number 2 alliance captain. Who would you like to choose to be your alliance partner?
Cookie Butts. 16379.
Team 16379 graciously declines.
Hey. As is their prerogative.
Delta Force. It's 17713.
17713, Delta Force.
Team Delta Force graciously accepts.
Team Delta Force graciously accepts. 17713.
Okay, we're going to move to our number 3 ranked team. Cookie Bots, who would you like to choose to be your alliance partner?
Team 16379 graciously invites Wolfpack to join their alliance.
Team 18438.
Team 18438.
Eighteen four three eight gratefully accepts.
18438 accepts. 18438.
And now, our number 4 ranked alliance captain, who was number 5. Congratulations for moving up. Who would you like to choose to be your first alliance partner?
Team 6165 MSET Cuttlefish would like to invite Team 14481. Don't blink. Come here, Arush.
Team 14481.
Team 14481 would love to accept.
14481.
All right. So guess what? You get to choose again. Are you ready for that? Or you need some time to talk to your... Good. You take your time on that. Good. Okay, it sounds like we have a decision. So team captain Cuttlefish and your partner, who would you like to choose to be your next alliance partner?
Yeah. We'd like to invite Team 14270 Quantum Robotics.
14270.
Team 14270 Quantum Robotics graciously accepts.
All right, 14270 accepts. 14270.
All right, now we're with our number 3 ranked alliance and team 16379, our captain Kooky Bots. What have you decided with your partner, who you would like to choose to be your next alliance partner? Sure can. Alliance number 3, have you made your decision?
Team 16379 graciously invites Team 7303 Robo Avatars.
Team 7303 Robo Avatars graciously accepts.
7303.
Okay, moving on to our number 2 alliance. Have you made a decision? Who do you like to select to be your partner? There you go.
Team Opsotech would like to invite Swift Intergalactic Space.
Team 7105.
Team 6105.
Team 7105 graciously accepts.
7105 accept.
Yeah. Okay, this is looking to be very powerful alliances we're lining up. Before we do, though, have the number 1 alliance choose their final partner, we're going to ask the alliances and the captains to stay down here on the field to meet with our head ref. And we'll meet, where would you like to meet, Jeff? Right here. We're going to meet right here with the teams, so do not leave the field. The original schedule did say that you were going to have a drivers meeting before we start semifinals. This is your drivers meeting. So when we return to the field at 1:30, we'll start our semifinals. Okay? Clear? So just stay right here. All right. You've made a decision. I can tell by the confidence in your eye. Awesome. Okay, who would you like to choose to be your third partner?
Team 12835 Pixelated and Team 7172 Technical Difficulties would like to graciously invite Team 12928 The Lightsaders.
Team 12928.
Team 12928 The Lightsaders graciously accepts.
12928.
Okay, there we go, everybody. We have our alliances for our semifinals, which I said will start promptly at 1:30. Meanwhile, we're going to have our captains gather around, but let's have a big round of applause for all of our teams once again, and the amazing, tremendous job. As I said, this has been so powerful to watch these teams, and I was at World Championships, both divisions. This has been an awesome event, powerful teams, incredible scores, and we're looking forward to more of the same this afternoon.
Hey everybody, Tyler from First Updates Now here with the boss as well too, and we're going to be breaking down some of the alliance selection, what went down into it, and maybe any surprises, any teams that you thought were great fits for it. So, boss, let's talk about alliance number 1 first, 12835. How did you feel about their picks and how they complement their alliance?
Yeah, I think something that's really important to discuss is how they got there in the first place. You know, like why is Pixelated number 1 ranked? And I think the biggest thing that helped them is just their consistency. You know, even though they don't have the absolute high score of the day, every single round they were just averaging right around 280 points per match. We didn't see them have any trouble until their last match when they faced some defense against 16461 Infinity Turtles. Thankfully, they won't have to see any of that specifically from that team in the playoffs, which makes them look like a lot better, like more of a favorite than they already were. Yeah, I think the next thing we should talk about is their first pick, 7172, right? So Pixelated this whole time, they've been running the Alliance Hub. They've just been absolutely killing it, 1+4, 1+5, sometimes even 1+6 in their autos, and that gives them a huge head start. I think what Technical Difficulties brings to this alliance is that shared hub matchup, right? We see the likes of KookieBots, Swift, Don't Blink, these teams that are just known for getting that first freight on in the first couple seconds of the match and tipping it their way for the rest of the time. I think Technical Difficulties, they're the perfect pick that can play the defense, super versatile. They have the high auto if they need to swap them out for if they need to play Technical Difficulties instead of themselves. Really just an overall all-around solid pick.
I think one of the things that impressed me most is that Pixelated, I believe, was either dead last or really close to last at last year's MTI. And here they are as the number 1 alliance captain. I think it's awesome to see just that improvement year over year. I mean, it's MTI. Anything can happen, right? So let's move on. Number 2 alliance captain, 19068. How do you feel about them and their picks as well.
Yeah, I mean, 19068, honestly, they just kind of came out from nowhere. One of those under the radar teams that just every match seemed to just get on the field, do what they do best, just going back and forth, back and forth. I think they remind me a lot of their second pick, 17713 Delta
Yep.
Force. And I think something that's really powerful that comes out of that is Swift, as their second pick, is very comfortable in their matches, right? If they decide to play Swift every match, Swift doesn't have to think, oh, am I with Delta Force? Am I with Absolutech? What do I have to do this match? They're sort of just going to do the same thing every match, right? And it's going to be really useful to make sure that Alliance can just have one really solid strategies and a couple backups instead of trying to figure out, okay, this is what we're going to do match 1, this is what we're going to do match 2, here's how it differs for this and this situation. It's just going to really relieve a lot of the pains that the Alliance could have.
So we did see a decline happen during this 379 decline 19068 in this, and they decided to captain their own alliance. So break down their alliance a little bit more, and was it a better fit for them to stick with number 3 because they're going to play number 2 in the semis?
Yeah, I mean, it's always really interesting declining an alliance, right?
Yeah.
Like, how does it turn out? And especially in this situation with 2v3, we're going to see right how that goes. Right off the bat, I mean, I think Absoltech and KookieBots would have been a good fit together. One's an alliance bot, one's a shared hub bot. But I think KookieBots is going to take a little bit of a different approach into their playoffs and how they play. I mean, we've seen them with their 6-wheel drive, super compact. They don't plan on getting pushed by anyone, and they want to be the ones pushing all the time. And, you know, I was talking about those teams that get those freight on the shared shipping hub right in the beginning, within the first few seconds. And I think KookieBots really embodies that, right? Like, as soon as they're done, they end in the warehouse, even if they start on the carousel side in some of their autonomous paths. And it really just helps them so much in making sure they own that shared shipping hub. And I think their second pick really emphasizes that, right? Like, they want a more versatile pick for their second pick in that Wolfpack, right? We've seen Wolfpack suspension every single qual match here, all the way at Worlds up to playoffs and all of those matches. I mean, nobody's blocking Wolfpack from going over the barrier at all. There's no stopping that gap. And in my mind, that's something that KookieBots feared with Absoltech or Delta Force, a pick like those teams that are skinny but can't traverse the barrier super easily, even though they can in tough situations.
And we interviewed Wolfpack yesterday too, so I'm really excited to see that behind the bot come out, where we get really in depth with that suspension as well too. So make sure you look forward to that as well too, coming out probably next week sometime. Number 4 Lions coming in 6165. They got to do the Serpentine draft on the way back with 14,481, 14,270. How do you feel about that alliance, and are they going to be able to stand a chance against number 1 in the semis?
Yeah, I think this is going to be really interesting. I mean, having talked to MSET Cuttlefish before, I know they plan to play some defensive strategies, or if they're going to get play defense against them, they'll be fine. I mean, we saw them against Hyperion in one of their final qual matches. They've rebuilt their extension system specifically so they can reach over any robot that's 18 inches tall, right? So they will be completely fine against defense. But I don't think we're going to see that in the first quals match, or in the first playoff match. I think the number 1 alliance of pixelated and technical difficulties, that's just about trying to beat the world record, right? Like, they're going to try to hit that 410 mark. We'll see if they actually do it. But in my mind, for MSET, that means the best way to beat them is to play some defense. And MSET, you know, they're built for that. They're huge. They have the 6-wheel drive. They have the suspension. And I think most even including that, but on top of that, their drivers have a really good intuition on like what they should do on the field and when. I don't know if it's great driving, great coaching, probably some mix of the two, but definitely good for the Alliance.
And Abbas, you were announcing a lot of the qualification matches here. What do you think the key difference is going to be in regards to match strategy between qualifications and going to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it doesn't matter what your overall score is, right? All that matters is that you win the match.
It does, yeah.
And I think something that teams are going to look into is just getting one freight on that shared shipping hub, tipping it in their favor, and then just preventing the other alliance from getting any freight. That may be a bit of an exaggeration for like 1 versus 0, but the same idea is there, that one alliance will get a lead super early and just block the other alliance from getting freight on that shared shipping hub in the rest of the match.
So let's break down, looking at the 4 alliances, who's your prediction to take MTI this year? And then is there any alliance you're like, hey, you know, this team may, or this alliance may be the one you're not looking at, but really should be?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a really great question, really difficult. I mean, like, all of the robots have super good things.
Yeah.
The main thing I'm worried about, like, the reason I don't want to say just the number 1 alliance right off the top of my head is that I've seen technical difficulties having some technical difficulties throughout their matches.
All right.
And hopefully, if that happens again in playoffs, you know, it's a done deal for them. It's really hard to recover for something like that, especially in a playoff match. I think the second alliance, we didn't really talk about Swift a lot yet, but they are just a huge, huge advantage to that alliance. Alliance. I think that was absolutely the right robot to take there. Swift playing over the barrier shared. There's just nothing. I haven't seen any other team be able to stop that, and I can't wait to see what the Third Alliance tries to do in that first match. So honestly, I would have to say either the I'm gonna have to go the third or second alliance.
Wow.
I don't know. It's super close. I think we'll have to see like once matches start, but I think the 1 versus 4 match is just going to be it'll be really interesting to see the strategy that comes out of that. But I think the second and third alliances can deal with any of the defense that the 4th seed brings or the just raw power output that the 1st seed brings.
Well, we can't wait to see how these alliances wear out. Make sure you stay tuned at 1:30 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to be starting our playoff matches. Abbas and I will be here to provide additional commentary, instant replay, some telestater to breaking down the match and telling us more about it. So we'll see you back here at 1:30 p.m. Eastern for our fantastic semifinal matches. See you then. This stream is supported by First Updates Now. We'd like to thank the following fun sponsors. First Updates Now is supported by Stryker Careers. If you are a college student or recent graduate looking for an incredible internship, take a look at Stryker. Stryker provides a housing stipend, great pay, and an opportunity to work with state-of-the-art medical technology equipment. Discover why so many First alumni are coming to Stryker for their internship or career at careers.stryker.com. First Updates Now is supported by Kettering University. Did you know that over 30% of the student population at Kettering University was in high school robotics? These same students have received a portion of over $7 million in robotics scholarships from Kettering University. See why so many in First chose to go to Kettering University at kettering.edu.